Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MUPO&Friends. Our special guest today is an accomplished musician, skilled pianist, and a singer-songwriter who has written several songs produced by Grammy-nominated producer Tommy Marolda. She's also a talented dancer who is trained in hip-hop, jazz, and lyrical. Her breakdancing crew, Break Ninjas, won the USA Battle of the Year and placed fifth against teams from around the world in the Battle of the Year in Montpellier, France. She's also an actress whose credits include several short films, as well as playing quintuplets in Fox's The Gifted. She'll also tell you that her Yorkie, Darla, is the cutest thing on the planet. Please welcome Saree McIntosh. Hello.
Hello, Saree. So welcome aboard. We'll definitely have to talk about your Yorkie, but I need to know, what was your turning point where you took music from a hobby into something you wanted to do professionally?
I say the turning point was when I saw Queen with Adam Lambert live. I was at the concert and just seeing them perform was the most amazing thing. And after that, I was like, okay, I have to do this. So then I went home, started writing music, and I showed it to my dad. And he's also a musician. So after he's heard one of the songs that I wrote, he was like, okay, this is really good. We should go get this recorded. So then we found the producer, Tommy Marolda, and then it kind of just took off from there, and I haven't stopped since.
That's incredible. You stopped taking piano lessons and taught yourself. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so my mom put me in piano lessons when I was like 6 years old, and I absolutely hated them. I thought they were so boring, and it was good that I did it because I learned the basics. But after a while, once I was sick of doing all the workbooks and everything, I was like, I just want to write my own stuff. I'm sick of sticking to all these lessons. So then I asked my mom if I could leave, and she said yes. So then we stopped lessons, and I just started writing my own piano music, and I just started learning songs that I liked. And since then, I've just been teaching myself, but I still struggle with reading music. So I do wish I would have stayed a little bit longer so I could be better at reading music.
So don't ever worry about that. You know why? I don't read music, and I've written many top 10 songs as a ghostwriter. So you never, ever have to worry about that. Now, you stopped singing for a year because you felt you weren't good enough. What got you past that mindset? Can you tell all the other kids and adults out there, that you could give them advice?
So it was actually Queen that kind of got me out of that because they inspired me so much. I loved singing before that, and then I hit like an age, I don't even know what really happened, but I just got super shy. So then I was like, I just don't feel confident enough to sing in front of anybody because like you said, I didn't think I was good enough. But then I saw Freddie Mercury, and I was like, holy crap, this guy is like so confident. And I saw the way that he performed on stage, and it just really inspired me. And I was like, I think I can do that. I want to try to do that. So then how I kind of got over that is I told my dad that I was going to learn a song. It was Love Song by Adele. And I was going to practice it. And then when I felt like I had it good enough, I would sing it in front of him. And then we would learn another song, and I'd sing it again. And then I just kept singing in front of them until I felt comfortable. And then once I started writing my own music, then I really found a deep love for it. So then I wanted to show my music. So that's kind of how I got over it. And then I also writing songs also can be like therapy. So I wrote a few songs about what I was feeling, and it actually helped a lot.
So, what led you to working with Grammy-nominated producer Tommy Marolda?
So what happened was my brother was doing music at the same time, and he was writing and everything. So I wrote this song. It was called Right Before My Eyes. And then he wrote a song called Claire in the Moonlight. And my dad thought both of the songs were really good. So then we were doing a bunch of internet searches, trying to find different producers, either out here in Vegas, or we were going to maybe do some in Nashville. We weren't really sure. But my mom came across Tommy. I don't even know what it was on, but somehow she ended up finding him, and we contacted him. And then it took him maybe a few weeks to get back to us, and we thought oh, this guy probably doesn't do anything anymore. But then he got back to us, and we went over to his studio, and we showed him our songs. We sang for him, and he was like, yeah, I really want to work with you guys. So then he recorded our first song, and then we started writing with him, and it just kept on going.
That's awesome. That's what you guys like. What do you have? Like the Partridge Family over there? Your brother's talented, your dad. And I always wanted to be in the Partridge Family. So, let's get the topic of New Jersey. So you collaborated with Richie Sambora. How did that happen?
So Tommy is best friends with Richie. He grew up with him, and we wrote the song Money on Your Deathbed, and we were just listening to it, and then Tommy turns to us and he goes, I'm going to get Richie on this. And we're like, what? You're joking. You're not serious. Like, you're actually going to get Richie on this? He's like, yeah, I'm going to send him the song, and if he likes it, I'm going to ask him to play on it. So then we were like, no way, that's so crazy. He's not going to do it. Like, there's no way that he's going to want to play on our song. But he sent it over, and then we got a call one night that he was like, Richie loved the song. He's recording his guitar solo right now. And my dad, my brother, and I were just jumping up and down in a circle for like a full 10 minutes because we were so happy. So that's kind of how it happened. And then he actually has a studio. I think he was in Laguna at the time. So he just recorded it, sent it over. And when we heard it, I was absolutely mind blown. It was so cool.
There's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, absolutely. Why choose Las Vegas to pursue your career rather than the usual Los Angeles or New York City?
Well, I actually grew up in Colorado. And when I started acting, I moved to LA for a couple months. And it's so expensive there, and it's so busy, and there's so much traffic. And my parents still wanted me to have a normal childhood in a way. And Colorado was way too far from LA. We couldn't keep flying out for auditions every week. So then we kind of found like a happy medium, and that was Vegas. And we wanted to get away from the cold because we were sick of it. Like shoveling snow every month was so hard. So we found Vegas, and we found our house, which it's so pretty. We have a pool, so I was so happy with that because I always like dreamed of having a pool. And then we just drive when we have auditions. It's only 4 hours away, so it's really easy.
That's awesome. I mean, it's almost like you have Hannah Montana there. You got your father. Yeah. They could do the remake. I'm putting it out there to the universe, and you could see the new Hannah Montana. Now, can you tell us about the B-Girl? Like, what is that?
So a B-Girl is just a girl that breakdances pretty much. And my B-Girl name is B-Girl Saree the Blondie. It used to be B-Girl Larry, because that's what my dad calls me, because a lot of people can't say my name Saree. So he was like, it's Saree like Larry, and it kind of just stuck from there. But then when I moved to Vegas, I joined my crew, Break Ninjas. And they're like, oh, that name's so whack. Like, I don't want to call you Larry. Like, that's so weird. It doesn't match you. So then I was like, all right, well, what's a new one? And then Blondie kind of just came up naturally. So, yeah.
Right on. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
With Saree McIntosh. So what was it like competing in the Battle of the Year with your crew Break Ninjas in Montpellier, France?
That was one of the best experiences of my life, honestly. I remember watching the Battle of the Year movie when I was like 8 years old and thinking like, oh my gosh, like, could you imagine going to that big of a competition? And going to France, I mean, I was 12 at the time. And like, how many 12-year-olds get to go to Europe and like travel? So that was really cool. And just being able to battle with some of the top B-boys and B-girls in the world was just mind-blowing. Like, I still can't really comprehend that I actually got to do that. I don't know if you know who B-Boy Hong Ten is, but he's one of my favorite B-boys ever. He's a Korean B-boy, and I got to cypher with him. Just to think that I even got to be in the same room with them and got to dance with them is incredible. So Battle of the Year was absolutely amazing.
Wow. So your father has been sharing his Korean culture with you. But
Mhm.
now you said, what was your favorite time that you had with your dad?
My favorite time that I've had with him.
Like, did you jam with him? Are you guys going to do a song together?
Yeah, so he used to sing in Korea. And I think one of my favorite moments was when I was first getting interested into it and I brought it up to him and he was like, okay, well, I'll teach you a song. So he taught me a song that I just released. It's called Sopo Mishino. And I just remember him playing it on the piano and teaching me the Korean and like us finally getting to sing it together and him doing all the harmonies and stuff. And it just felt so cool because to be able to share that with my dad, and also since it's in another language and like my mom and brother can't understand it, so it kind of feels like a special thing that we have. That was really cool. And it really inspired me to keep going and start writing in Korean.
So do you have a set process for songwriting, or is it more of a spontaneous thing?
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a spontaneous thing. Sometimes I do sit down and say like, okay, I have to write something. Even if it doesn't come out good, I think practice, practice, practice with writing because I think Ed Sheeran said this. He said like, you got to get past all of the junk because it takes a long time to actually get the hang of songwriting. So sometimes I'll just sit down and be like, okay, I'll just write whatever. Even if it's bad, I'll just write it because then that leads to a different idea. And every time you keep writing, you get closer to that like really good song. But most of the time, I just get inspired either from, I watch a lot of movies, so I'll write a songs based on movies or just other stuff, and I'll just sit down and just see what happens.
That's cute.
That is, that is. Now, you've done some acting work. And then you said you wanted to pursue it. What I seriously, I'm going to put this out there again. You guys need to pitch Paramount because you're the next Hannah Montana. I'm telling you. And the thing is, now who do you want to star with? You got to start thinking of this stuff. Who do you want to be in there?
I wanna do a movie with Margot Robbie. I think that would be really cool. Either like I feel like I could play her sister or something, or I could like even I don't know, play like a younger version of her or her daughter. I don't know. I think that would be really cool.
There you have it.
Yeah. So you played quintuplets in The Gifted.
Yes.
What was that like?
That was super cool. That was my first big acting gig. And the whole thing was kind of like a whirlwind. I don't remember where I was when I got the audition, but I was out of town and we filmed it at like 12 a.m. and it was a video audition. And I remember I was super tired when we did it, and my dad was the one reading with me. And he was like behind the camera yelling like, I don't believe you, do it again. I don't believe you, do it again. So then I just kept filming it and filming it. And then finally we got like a really good take. So then we sent it off and we just kept on doing what we were doing. My mind was not on that at all. And then we get a call from a manager and he's like, you're on strong avail for this role. And I was like, hold up, wait, I didn't even do a callback for this. How am I already on strong avail? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And they were like, I don't know. Well, it just happened. They just liked you. So then they were like, we'll let you know in a few days if you booked it. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And at the time, I didn't even know what it was for. It had like a code name, and I didn't even know it was a Marvel thing. I didn't know it was going to play quintuplets. It was all crazy. So then we got the call saying I got it. We got the name of the show. I started watching it because there was already previous seasons. And I was like, oh my gosh, I get to play this. And then my episode was also like the big reveal of that there was five sisters. So then I kind of felt like I have a special moment in the show. So it was really fun.
That does sound fun. Well, good for you. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
And we're back with Saree McIntosh. Now, what does a typical day entail for you? Like, how do you start your day?
I start my day by getting woken up by my dog. Okay, so sometimes she'll sleep with me, but other times she'll sleep with my parents. And every single morning, like she doesn't fail. She always finds a way to get into my room and jumps on my bed and licks me awake. Like every single morning I wake up to a dog, which I love it. She's so cute. It's a good way to wake up. Um,
I
but
love
really once I
them.
get out of bed, I start doing music because I'm homeschooled, so I don't have to go to school or anything, so I have time to just do music all day.
Now, what's it like being homeschooled though? Do you like it, or do you wish you were in a school like 90210 or something?
Well, I don't like school. I find it really boring and it's kind of just more of like a chore, which I know most kids would feel that way too. But I like homeschooling because I can make my own schedule at least. It is a lot more boring than regular school because I did go to school up until fourth grade, which isn't really like that much, but I got like the feeling of going to a real public school at least. It's just hard because with homeschooling, I'm online school and I have teachers, but I don't really have teachers because I don't ever do live Zooms with them or anything. So it's really just self motivation. Like if I don't get my homework done, nobody else is going to really force me to. Like my dad is all like, just drop out. I don't care. And then my mom is like, no, you got to get good grades. Like, what are you doing? You got to get good grades. So it's just really myself that has to motivate.
Well, that's good that you're motivated, right? Jess,
Absolutely. That's that. Not everyone can say that. So yeah, good for
we're
you.
impressed by that.
Me too, actually. Me too. You were inspired by Freddie Mercury of Queen. Are there any other artists who inspire you?
Oh, there's so many. Um, I'm reading a book on George Michael right now, and I'd say he's really inspirational. Um, he kind of, I think it's kind of funny how Freddie and him kind of had like insecure beginnings, I guess. Like they were pretty like shy kids in a way, and then they kind of grew into like these really um, powerful guys. So I don't know why I look up to both of them. They're both amazing songwriters. Their voices are incredible, and other than that, Adele, I've loved her since I was like 4 years old. Because my dad listened to her all the time and he used to teach me her songs. So I'd say she's a big inspiration too.
Yeah, she's amazing, Adele. No,
Mhm.
George Michael would have loved you. Um, he would have. He would have probably wanted to produce you. Now, if you could be any musician, okay, anyone, who would you want to be? Now, I know you're going to say Freddie Mercury, right? But if pick a girl, would it be Adele or would it be someone younger?
Hmm. That's such a hard question. Um,
I'm glad I stumped you. No,
are you okay?
so intelligent.
Yeah.
I want to say Adele because I like she's been so successful and like I really love her music. But then I also want to say Taylor Swift because like who's bigger than Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift is like one of the biggest artists ever. Ah,
Yeah, I guess you
hmm.
could say she's one of the biggest.
Yeah, she's one of the biggest. I mean, I don't how many people have won that many awards? I don't know. Ah, that's such a hard question. Hmm. I would say Adele, just because Adele has such an amazing voice, and I just want to feel what that feels like to be able to sing like so low and so high at the same time.
And you could sing a cappella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to hum a few bars so these people can hear you? You want to
Sure.
you want to sing something, or do you have a guitar you want to sing?
I don't have a guitar right now, but I can sing a song. Do you want me to sing one of my own or an Adele song?
That what? Yeah, no, one of your own, definitely. Do you need your dad there to accompany you? You want?
No, it's all right. I can do
You
it.
can take a break and come back if you because you know.
No, it's okay. I can do it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll sing the Korean song. It's called 소품이시나. Okay, so it goes. 시간이 지나고 또 지나 햇살이 비추면 오는 마음이 오고 나가 내게 되어요 뜨거운 마음으로 눈물을 적셔요 슬픔을 적셔요 이젠 뒤돌아서서 고개를 들어요.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I got like little goosebumps here.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got an incredible voice. So what are your goals and desires for the future, both professionally and personally?
Okay, professionally, I really want to make an album. Um, it's kind of hard right now since I don't have a record label. I mean, I guess I could put out an album, but albums aren't really selling that much anymore. I feel like I feel like it's mostly just singles.
That's true.
Um, but I want to make an album that kind of reflects like the past albums, because even when I was reading this George Michael book, I feel like music has changed so much. I feel like it, in a way, it's a little bit less appreciated, just because even the stories my dad told me about how he used to get so excited to go out and buy a record, I feel like it's a little bit different now because we could listen to a song with like going on your computer and like just tapping a button. So I want to make an album that kind of reminds me of like Elton John's "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road," like those type of
Oh,
like. I know that's that's a big goal, but
heck
and then I really want to tour too. I want to perform. I kind of got into music during COVID, so everything was shut down. So I haven't gotten to perform much. So going on like a tour would be super amazing.
well,
And then,
that could be arranged.
yeah, and personally, I just want to. I can be really shy sometimes, and I can break out of it in things like this, but I'd say more in like daily life things. Like I'm kind of awkward around kids my own age, just because I'm not really around them a lot, and I'm mostly around adults most of the time. So I kind of want to get more comfortable, maybe make more friends, because I moved to Vegas, homeschooled, and at breaking, all my friends are my break dancers, and they're mostly boys. And then I have my best friend Alyssa, but I maybe want to make more friends.
Aw. Well, you've talked about the love of dogs,
Yeah.
and you have a rescue. I mean, what do you have like a charity? Tell us a little bit about it.
So I don't consider her necessarily a rescue because we got her from this breeder, and it it was like she was either gonna get rid of her or she was gonna use her as her next breeder dog.
So you
So
rescued her. I would take that as a rescue.
yeah, we kind of rescued her. We got her from California, so we drove out there and got her. She's a Yorkie. We're not quite sure like what type of Yorkie she is because she looks kind of different. I have her here actually, if you want me to get her.
Yeah, you could go get her if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to get her. Oh, Bendito, look how cute that little puppy is.
She's a little dirty because she was in the sand, but
That's all right. She's adorable.
yeah, she's super happy out here. She's never gotten to like really run off of a leash before, but since it's so open out here, we've just let her like run around and she absolutely loves it.
She's adorable. God bless her.
I'm
Wow.
not sure if she's a silky Yorkie because a lot of people have asked, like, oh, is that a silky Yorkie? I don't really know what the difference is, but
See, I would just say she's my dog and I love her.
yeah, exactly. Say bye.
Aw.
Oh,
Well,
so
we're going to
cute.
take a quick commercial break and we'll be back with Saree McIntosh.
And we're back. So before we wrap things up, Saree, we have one last question. If you were to interview yourself, what question would you ask and what would the answer be?
The question they ask. What is your happiest moment so far? that you've experienced?
What would
And
that?
what's your answer?
My answer would be, honestly, I think it would actually be today. It's so beautiful here, and I feel like sometimes like my eyes can't really take in like all of the beauty, and it kind of feels fake. And then when we were running on the beach earlier and with my dog, and I just felt so happy. And I've been like really stressed this past month, so that kind of feeling just made me super happy. And just seeing like how supportive my family is and how much I love them, I'd say this might be like one of the happiest moments that I've had.
Oh,
Awesome. Thank you. It's been a treat visiting with you.
Thank you so much.
Look for Saree McIntosh in The Gifted on Hulu or Amazon Prime and on her YouTube channel. Say hi, Saree. You can also find her music videos for Karma Baby and Right Before My Eyes on YouTube, as well as her appearance on NBC's World of Dance. You can follow, like, and subscribe to Saree on Facebook under Say Hi, Saree at Saree McIntosh. That's SAREE. MCINTOSH on Instagram and on TikTok under Saree_McIntosh. You can also download her tracks on Spotify. As always, thank you for tuning into MUPO and Friends, courtesy of MUPO TV. You can watch the show and others at www.mupoentertainment.com. That's www.mupoentertainment.com. This is Jessilyn Persson with our host, Michele MUPO. Until next time.
have a MUPO awesome week. And don't forget to tune in live and on Sunday where we will chat with you live. Okay. Everybody have a pleasant MUPO awesome week.